This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of My River District. I'm Viveca Gravel, the Community Development Coordinator for the City of Owen Sound and, of course, the River District. And I'm sitting here with the Lindas.
The dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo. These women are both part of the Kiwanis Club of Owen Sound, and you have very different roles. And we're going to speak a little bit about two various things that are happening this year. But this is Linda Van Aalst and Linda Hawkins. And Linda Hawkins is very focused on music and entertainment and those kinds of things. And you are in all sorts of things.
I am, but I just have to say, we haven't talked Linda into joining the Kiwanis Club yet.
We're not?
We're working on that.
No, but they invite me to lots of meetings, and I have a lot of really good friends in the club. And I don't have time.
They eat so well.
Oh, they eat well, and they party well, and they are a great group of people. They are just fabulous.
I think that counts as a signature, doesn't it?
Almost.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so Linda's focus is the Kiwanis Music Festival.
Yes.
Which is coming up.
Yeah, so I'm chair of the Kiwanis Festival Board.
Right.
And Linda's been really great to help recruit some wonderful Kiwanians to be on our board and to get things rolling for us. So
I mean, Linda is great at a lot of things.
Oh, she has lots of really wonderful friends, and she just seems to know where they will fit really well. So,
well, that's perfect. So let's talk about what you're up to right now.
Okay, so what we're doing right now, the Kiwanis Club. The Kiwanis Music Festival is 92nd year this year. It's 92 years old. So, and there have been so many, and Linda will talk about this, the other Linda, about the talented artists that have gone through and the kids that have followed to become music teachers, or some of them even world famous. But it's like everything else. We need money.
Sure.
Because costs are increasing.
Absolutely.
Right? And there is costs involved with the festival.
And we try not to put that burden on the students.
That's right. So they try to keep the registration costs down. So they need funds. But what we're planning to do is we're holding a major fundraiser March the 2nd, which is going to be so much fun. It's a turkey roll.
And that's what I understand of a turkey roll. It is not bowling with frozen turkeys.
That's right.
So yes. I learned that lesson. I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. No frozen turkeys or hams going anywhere other than in your bag to go home. But so we're doing this March the 2nd because we want to raise $15,000 to go towards extra bursaries towards the students, because that helps them to go forward with their music. A lot of them are leaving to go to a higher education and want to continue with music there. So this is one way to help. So March the 2nd, and I hope, I was online this morning actually reading from other service clubs and organizations that have done turkey rolls. And the thing that comes out first and foremost is how much fun it is. It's a lot of fun. So the doors, it's going to be at the Legion.
Okay.
The Owen Sound Legion, and the doors will open at 6:30. And I think the first roll goes at 7:15. And what happens is you pay your admission, which I believe is going to be $5, and that will enter you into for a door prize. And we have already a lot of exciting prizes lined up. And then they start the roll for the turkeys, and there will be, it's a big board, a big wheel.
Okay.
And you have your ticket, the wheel spins.
Hence the roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for each ticket that you have, there are 3 spins, and you have the opportunity on the first spin to win a turkey. The second spin would be a ham, and the third spin will be, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it up, but it's going to include a gift card from the LCBO.
Nice.
And then, so that one's done, and then in a little while there'll be another spin. We have 40 turkeys, 40 hams, and 40 gift cards.
Oh my gosh.
So good prizes.
Wow.
And besides that, we're going to have tables. We're going to have it's called a penny table, but actually the prizes will be under $200, but some really good prizes.
Just pennies.
Just pennies, yeah.
$200, no big deal.
Then the other table will have larger prizes. And then we have, I think we're calling this one the gold table, which is going to have some really large prizes on it. And you buy tickets for those, and it'll be like, a lot of people are familiar with a bucket draw at a raffle.
Sure.
Right? You get your tickets, and then you go around, you think, oh gosh, a day at the spa, that's the one I want. So I'm putting all my tickets in there, hoping that they get pulled. Or you can go around and put them in a whole bunch of them. So that's how that's going to work. So it's going to be fun.
Okay. And it's on March 2nd.
Yes, doors open at 6:30. And I will warn everyone, there will be, Kiwanians will have tickets to sell. So we had a meeting Saturday morning, our core committee, at our clubhouse in the mall. And we already had a gentleman come in looking for a ticket.
Oh my
already.
gosh.
So I think a lot of people are familiar with it, and they're looking for a fun night out. And you could go home with a turkey or a ham for Easter.
And it's all for a really great cause.
It is, yeah. And Linda can probably tell you more about the bursaries and what the students use them for.
Well, and we will definitely get to that. What I want to know a little bit more about.
Concentrate on me.
I am. I will attack you in the second segment. When somebody wants to give a prize, are you just taking prizes from the community in general? They can just donate them? How does all of that work?
Anybody can donate a prize. In fact, we came up with the idea, cash is good because then we can buy items if we don't have them donated. We're so fortunate here that we have such good support from the businesses. I'll tell you, the Royal Bank has donated a substantial amount of money already.
Wow.
Plus 3 employees to help out that night.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's really good. So with that money that they're donating, then if we see that there's something missing on a particular table, then we can go. And a lot of the businesses, if they don't feel that they can donate a whole lot, will allow us to purchase at cost price.
Nice.
Which is a big savings as well.
Sure.
So you have the opportunity. I'm trying to think of some of the prizes we've got there already. I picked up some of them, so I should know. There's a lot of from the different golf courses.
Okay.
Golf for 4 with carts.
Nice.
Yeah, some of them have included dinner. We have gift certificates, gift cards from different restaurants. I think we've got attack tickets. If not, we'll be getting some.
Sure.
Yeah, and up to, I know that a split heat pump, which I'm not really familiar with.
I'm sure somebody needs one of those.
Well, yeah, it's a big item right now. So there's a couple of those have been donated for the prize table. Air conditioner. Yeah, big items.
Yeah, and I mean, at minimum, it's going to cost you $5 to show up.
That's right.
So, I mean, that's the cheapest night out you could possibly have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so
the Legion will be running the bar, so it's their licensed event. We have the lottery license.
Right.
And yeah, it's going to be fun.
Do you know anything else about the turkey roll in itself that can help prepare people for what they will experience?
Bring loonies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Loonies, yes. Loonies. Because there's a lot of dollar spins.
Okay.
And so come with your loonies. We will. There is an ATM at the Legion, and we are going to have.
But it doesn't shoot out loonies.
No. So we are going to have a cash table there where people can exchange them. But if you bring your own loonies.
Just a roll of loonies.
I would bring a couple, like really.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and it is for a good cause.
It's for the children, the musical children.
That's right. Yeah. And, you know, I didn't really realize, because I love music, but I'm not very talented music-wise. I did try to play the guitar once. My uncle was teaching me, but I gave up on that too. And the same with piano lessons. That didn't last long. It's probably, I don't know what the right word is. I love music. Listen to it.
Everybody has their thing.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody has to do the same thing.
I don't think I can sit still that long.
No, me neither.
That's what it is.
But we don't just have music, we have drama too.
Yes, I know.
So people who like drama.
Well, I would have been into that as a child.
Right, exactly. There are lots of, the festival is about performing and sharing with people around you and one another. So if you are thinking maybe the stage is something you're interested in or you're curious about, lots of different ways to do that. But it's not restricted to music.
I had no idea. So I'm glad that you guys have come in today. So the turkey roll is on March 2nd.
Yes.
Starting at
6:30 doors open.
6:30 doors open.
And then shortly after 7, the spinning, the rolling will take place.
You'll get rolling.
You will get rolling. Yeah, and I was going to say, until I got involved with the music festival on the board as a Kiwanian, I had really no idea how that affected the children that take part in it. My experience with it was when I was way back, and we were talking about this when little one-room school, and the whole school came, choir, and they told me I had to just lip sync the words. I couldn't sing. So that's always I was, but when I see these children and I see how it builds up the morale and the excitement to be able to get out there, and you could almost, like some of the little ones, I'd be sitting there when I was volunteering, and it's almost like, oh my gosh, don't cry. Like, and then they play, if it's an instrument or if they sing or do whatever, and then when they're done, you can just see the pride on their face. It's That's just amazing. Such a character building event for them. It's great.
That's incredible. And like you've said, this is ingrained in the kids' lives now. Some of them go on to become famous musicians.
Or they just learn how to deport themselves in public.
Sure.
Or if they need to speak in their class at school, or what, like they realize the audience isn't, a bunch of monsters, that everybody's cheering for them and rooting for them and wants them to do well, and they're with their peers, and, just to build that confidence that I have a voice, I can get up, I can say something.
People will listen.
Yeah, attentively. Like it's huge for helping a child to get outside of their own comfort zone of themselves and their family, and just realize there's a community out there that's cheering for me and they want me to do well.
I think a few years ago I was watching an interview with Gordon Lightfoot, and he said, I got my start in Aurelia at the Kiwanis Music Festival there.
He did.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
he credits his beginning in music to that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to come back after this break and talk more about that kind of stuff because it's incredible and awesome. Turkey Roll, March 2nd at the Legion, starting at 6:30. You will get rolling at 7 o'clock, 7:30?
7:15.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to donate, I'm sure we will be calling around to a lot of people, but if they could keep that in mind.
You can always find a Kiwanian.
That's right. And, money is helpful. We could name a turkey after you.
I like that.
You have to just keep having fun with these things.
Absolutely.
And if we didn't have so much fun as a club, we wouldn't generate the money that we have to go into the different events. I mean, we did gift wrapping at Christmas time, and with that we have $3,000.
Oh my gosh.
For Chapman House.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to break, but I have one last question for you before we go to break. Is it a 19 plus event?
Yes.
Okay. So you have to be age of majority to go to
I think it's 18 plus, but...
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because of the lottery portion of it?
I think so. And the lottery license is about 4 pages long, so I don't remember, but that's in there. It's either 18 or 19.
Okay. Well, 19, you can take advantage of the bar.
That's right.
We're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about the Kiwanis Festival of Music.
Get ready for the ultimate sports talk experience. Join us every week for the most in-depth analysis, heated debates, and special guests. We give you action off the ice and off the field with all the drama and all the fun. Don't miss out on the sports talk show that's taking the game to a whole new level. Get your game face on and join us on RTV Sports Wrap.
Hi, I'm Gord Chapman. This is Ken Williams, and we're co-hosts of Weekend in the Rink on Rogers TV. Great minor hockey being played on Saturday afternoon. We got a great lineup this year, Ken.
Looking forward to another great season, Gord. The hockey's been fantastic over the last couple of years, and why would this year be any different? Looking forward to some great hockey. Rogers, Weekend at the Rink.
Are you the type who would keep going or stop? It's not easy to stop when you have an addiction. Legalizing cannabis won't stop addiction. It trivializes its consumption. Let's be vigilant. If you need help, visit portage.ca.
Welcome back to My River District. I am sitting here with the Lindas, who member of Kiwanis and the person who runs the Kiwanis Festival of Music. And in our previous segment, we were talking about the turkey roll, which directly helps to fund and create bursaries for the Kiwanis Festival of Music. Can you tell us a little bit about the festival?
So the festival runs in Owen Sound on an annual basis. This is our 92nd year. We were one of the first festivals in Ontario, I think the first festival to form. And so that's quite a history. And we are very grateful for the support of the Kiwanis Club. They came on as our sponsor and our significant partner many, many decades ago.
See what year that was.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. It wasn't at the beginning, but it was. They've certainly been around as long as I can remember. And so it happens annually, and it's for our students to showcase things that they love to do in performing. So,
you mentioned earlier that it's not just like instrument music.
Right. So we have drama this year. There's a big push for drama, both individual and small groups and things like that. We have bands, choirs, orchestras, and then the individual instruments like solo voice, piano, guitar, violin, strings, woodwinds, and brass. So yeah, huge range.
Excellent. That sounds very exciting. How many kids do you normally have involved in this?
So it's fluctuated.
Okay.
We had a year where in COVID we couldn't.
Sure.
We were shut down 3 weeks before it was to start. Then we did 2 years of virtual festivals. And then last year, I just said, we have to get the kids back in front of an audience. Music is meant to be shared. Performances are meant to be shared. We need an audience. Owen Sound is a great audience base. People come out and they really care about the kids and they're positive and enthusiastic. So I said, we have to do this. And we had children who had never performed in front of an audience before. They were terrified.
Wow.
Students at schools that had never been in front of much of an audience, because last year they were just starting to come back from COVID for even holding, performances in the schools. Mm-hmm. So it was a big deal to sort of get that back. So last year, I think altogether we maybe had, not including the members of the bands, I think we had just over 200 entries.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, like one of the schools had 80 kids in their choir and like 80 kids in their band. Like it was huge numbers of kids that are participating. They're just not an individual class. However, ideally we'd like between 500 and 600. That's really what we're set for. So we're in that rebuilding stage and trying to encourage teachers and students to think about participating and becoming involved. To do that this year, we have launched a bursary to support registrations for individual students. They can apply for up to $60, and that can be used for their entry fees for music or an accompanist. For school groups and community groups, each group can apply for up to $150, and that can include their music and their entry fees, but it can also include transportation to help with buses. So we're hoping that they can take advantage of this and just offset some of the costs. If you have a family with multiple children taking music lessons, what we found is sometimes it would be a choice which kids would be able to participate or the number of classes they could go in. Well, we have a whole other set of awards that come in after festival. And in order to be eligible, you have to have performed 2 pieces.
Okay.
Well, if you're only allowed to enter 1 piece because your family can't afford multiple entries, then automatically those children are left out. So we're hoping with the bursary, to actually encourage and support the students, let them enter more classes than 1, make it possible for families to enter, because if you've got 5 kids, that would be 5 times 60 is $300.
Too much money.
Totally, right?
Yeah.
So it means that hopefully we can encourage, lots of participation and, take away some of the stress, the financial stress and pressure on families and keep it focused on, the students and the community that's supporting them.
Nice. So the Festival of Music, it doesn't take place all during one day, correct?
Correct.
So tell me.
It runs the last 2 weeks of April. It's basically centered in Owen Sound.
Okay.
We use the Eastridge School. We use Harmony Center downtown. We use St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. Sometimes we use First United. Sometimes Alliance. It depends on how many registrations we have and where we need to fit everybody in. We also hold classes in Meaford because they have a big strings program over there, and they're far enough away that that's another way to build the audience for those kids over there, right?
Sure,
to do that. So yeah, multiple sites. You can go on the festival website. Everything's there that you need, but it also shows you a schedule. And on the schedule, it'll show you which classes are running, which days of which week, and what the venue is. So if somebody wants to see the drama classes, they can check out when they're on and the venue. I think it's Harmony Center for Drama. They want to do senior piano or intermediate piano, that's also Harmony Center. They want to see the choirs, that's going to be at St. Andrews. Want to see bands, that's going to be probably at Eastridge School. So whatever you are interested in, in supporting, check it out.
And I just want to say, for folks to get out and see this talent, it's amazing the talent that we have in this area. And some of these students will just blow you away.
They do, and they need an audience. Like it's, practicing is really lonely. A lot of kids don't like practicing. And so when they finally, have the courage to get up in front of an audience and do their thing, it's life-changing for them. Actually, it builds confidence and courage. And the audience in this area, I mean, they just want the best for the kids. Like they're just rooting for every child who has the courage to get, many of them wish they had the courage to get up and walk across and sit down on a piano bench. And there's the camaraderie of the kids within the classes themselves, right? I'm a music teacher, and I've had so many kids come back to me and say, that kid who played such and such a piece, I want to learn that one too. I really liked it. Which you think, there we have it, the audience is cheering, and the kids are cheering, and it's pretty fun.
And I was thinking when you said about them getting up on the piano bench, some of those little ones actually need help to get up there. I mean, it's amazing. And then they sit down and...
Well, they will, but every once in a while, if they have to use the pedals, sometimes little ones will stand up to do it. They're cute as can be.
Oh my gosh.
And nobody's bothered. They just, they're just really excited to see the kids do that. And the adjudicators are wonderful. We have wonderful adjudicators who come, and they're so kind. So if a child needs to make an adjustment on the bench or something, they'll go up and help them. Like it's, we have a platform manager that's there to help the children. So our volunteers, and Linda's done, lots of volunteering. Our volunteers are there to support the kids and to support the adjudicators and the audience, and just to keep things running smoothly and make sure everybody has a good day.
So the adjudicators are not America's Got Talent, where they're ripping them apart and throwing them in the trash.
Not a chance.
That's
I think there have been a couple times when I've been volunteering, and actually we've got behind schedule because the adjudicators take the time they'll just wait and say just a minute before the next one comes up, and then goes with that particular student and shows them, I think if you did it this way, that would help, or show them a little tweak, and it's just, they're amazing.
So not all festivals are like ours, but we actually, when we program it, we try to allow enough time for the adjudicators to spend time with each student or each group. And they get a written adjudication that they can take back to their teachers. The adjudicator often speaks to the whole class and then individually a little bit. And they all get an award. We're not a competitive festival. It's not about first, second, and third. We got rid of that several years ago. They get a medal on their certificate, and we have diamond, gold, silver, bronze. So every child goes out with 2 pieces of paper, their medal certificate and their adjudication that they can take back and, hopefully help make them a better musician.
You should talk a little bit about the Festival of Stars.
So the Festival of Stars happens this year. It's going to be on May the 7th. And that's where the adjudicators recommend students that have really stood out in their mind for a performance. And so we take the list. It's always longer than what we have time for because nobody wants to be there till midnight.
Sure.
But we try to, run from about 7 o'clock to about 8:30. That's where we present additional awards and recommendations and scholarships. But we also try to highlight somebody from each of the various genres. Last year we had a couple of choirs.
Okay.
Which was pretty massive, but we pulled it off, so that was good. And we had lots of performers. So that's always it's a really special night because we get to, for people that don't get to see all of the venues in the festival, it gives them a chance to see some of the other stuff that's gone on. And of course, the Kiwanis Club is there, helping us out.
Yeah.
They're our stage crew, and they're, collecting tickets at the door, and they're just an awesome group to support us.
So do people have to buy advance tickets to go to any of the shows during the 2-week festival?
No, we have 3 volunteer positions, and one of them is a door manager.
Okay.
And so this year, I think we're going to have a tap machine that people actually don't even need cash.
Oof.
$5 to get into a venue for the day. $15 will get you into every venue for the whole 2 weeks, plus the Festival of Stars, plus give you a program. It's the best deal going. Buy a program.
Say, wow, I was figuring out the money. That's pretty good.
It's a good deal, and you've got a keepsake, from the festival. The kids love it because they see their name in print. There's
Sure.
just something about seeing your name in print.
I have a couple of those in my memory boxes, honestly.
Yeah,
Forever.
exactly. Exactly. So, so the door manager looks after also letting people in so that they're not going in in the middle of a performance.
Of course. So in terms of getting involved with this as a child, as a performer, does it have to come from their school? Does it come from a teacher? How do they get involved?
Lots of different ways. If you go on our website, the first thing is to look at our syllabus and decide if there's a category or genre that you would like to perform in. The second thing is to register yourself as a performer, and usually the kids' parents do that,
Sure.
right? Because they're not legal age. So you set up your own account, and then once that's done, then you can go in and register for specific classes. So teachers can do it, parents can do it, students can do it themselves. It's not dependent on you don't necessarily need a teacher to be able to do that. It depends on what you feel you want to do.
Well, that's fantastic. So we've got the turkey roll on March 2nd at the Legion, 18 or 19 plus.
Which we're raising funds for the bursaries.
Right. And these funds go directly to help those children be able to get on stage and perform and change their lives.
Yeah.
You do not roll turkeys. I'm just trying to get it all together here.
Yeah, no bowling with turkeys.
No bowling with turkeys. I mean, I would pay a lot of good money to go to that event. And of course, the Kiwanis Festival of Music runs the last 2 weeks
Of April.
and the Festival of Stars is
7th of May.
7th
Should
of May.
mention when registration is done.
Oh, registration closes the 16th of February, so that's
Soon.
up.
it's coming up soon. There is a 1-week extension, but you pay more money, and nobody in Owen Sound wants to pay more money, so get it in on time.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to have to wrap this up for the day, but I want to say thank you so much, both of you, for joining me on My River District. You are both a wealth of knowledge about music and fundraising, and the Kiwanis are doing great things in the community. So come out to the Turkey Roll at the Legion on March 2nd, which goes directly to fund the Kiwanis Festival of Music, last 2 weeks of April, and then May 7th for the Festival of Stars. Check out the website for more information.
Thanks, Viveca.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
I did it.
I need it.
The hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website. Pledge a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are